up, y'all? It's your boy Ken, and welcome back to another epic video. Today on this comic book collection, we're doing one of my favorite villains, my man, Black Manta. So, for those who know Black Manta, you should know that he is Aquaman's #1 villain, and he's been his #1 villain for years since the comic book has been created, and there's been multiple stories of my man's Black Manta. So, Black Manta is basically, from my favorite story of Black Manta, I'm gonna just tell you my favorite story of Black Manta. So just like in the Aquaman movie that just came out not too long ago, they're working on Aquaman 2, BT dub, and my favorite story is about Black Manta is that Black Manta was a pirate hunter. He was a pirate, so basically he, sunk ships. Him and his father together sunk ships and everything, and they stole treasure and they stole technology from, pretty much anybody that they can steal technology from. And just like in the Aquaman movie, Black Manta had it was a family affair. Him and his dad were taking down submarines, and they were stealing technology, and they were stealing jewels and all that. So just like I said, just like in the movie, Black Manta and his father were taking down a submarine, an Asian submarine at that, and all of a sudden Aquaman showed up and started taking down all of his men, and Black Manta's father ended up getting attacked by Aquaman, and Aquaman didn't kill Black Manta's father, but he did leave him for dead. And Aquaman, told him that since you think it's right to, steal and kill for money, and it's asked the sea for mercy. Because Black Manta at the time, before he became Black Manta, he was asking Aquaman to help him. Like, you can't just leave my father here to die, blah, 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 you're a hero. Aquaman looked at him like, yeah, I might be a hero, but I didn't choose this path of villainy. So instead of killing your father, I'm just gonna leave him here for dead. And you're gonna have to ask the 7 seas for mercy. So after that, Black Manta was with his father, and his father told him, it's all right, you can go, your destiny is to hunt down Aquaman and kill him. So he basically said goodbye to his father. His father told him, get out the submarine, and he basically pretty much sunk the submarine, and he managed to get out. But before he did that, before he decided to leave the ship, his dad gave him a knife that belonged to his great-great-grandfather. And they called him, he was in the army, they called his great-great-grandfather Manta. And when he took out the knife, it was basically, it was made out of Atlantean steel. And it had a symbol of a manta on it. So he gave it to his son. And after that, the rest of his history, and Black Manta started hunting down Aquaman. So he's been on this warpath with Aquaman for years. And there's another, and before I get into the collection, which I'm about to do now, there's another story from, if you've ever seen the TV show Young Justice, and that Black Manta was also, like I said, he's still Aquaman's #1 villain, but in that storyline, Calderon, aka Aqualad, his father was actually Black Manta. And when his father and he didn't tell Aquaman that Black Manta was actually his father. So in that storyline from Young Justice, it was actually that one was really dope too, because Calderon was over here trying to be Aqualad, and then he wants to eventually become Aquaman, and his father's, a pirate hunting down Aquaman, and it kind of really messed up, because it seemed like most people probably thought Calderon was, about to attack his mentor, which was Aquaman. So he has a father that's a villain, and he's over here trying to be a hero. It got all crazy, and then even in the show, even in the show, he later on, of course, if you haven't seen it by now, even in the comic books, Aqualad eventually became Black Manta when his father, stopped being Black Manta. But then it was all just a front, just so he could take down everybody in his dad's organization. And he, at first, was going to turn Black Manta into a hero thing, but then he realized that maybe it's time for Black Manta to end, and Black Manta was just a cover-up for him. So he eventually became Aqualad again and rejoined Aquaman. And if I'm not mistaken, he eventually, in the comic books, he does become the new Aquaman at some point. But those are my two favorite stories of Black Manta. So let's just get into the collection. It is so dope. So let's get into the collection right now. All right, guys, here is the collection in all of his glory. But I forgot to ask, like, if you like comic book collection videos like this, and you like Black Manta, you like DC Comics, you like comics period, give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing when it comes to my videos, because I can sure use a lot of feedback. But anyway, here is the collection of Black Manta. This is the complete. This is not the. I'm missing one more. As you can see, I got it all laid out. So I have Black Manta 1 of 6. For the original covers, I have the complete set, the original covers, because this is part of the original covers. I just put it like that because I'm missing one of the variant covers, which is very. If you collect comic books, you should know variant covers are really hard to collect, especially when they usually tend to come out the same time as the original cover. But if you don't grab them when they out, then you miss them just like that. But like I said, as far as the complete original covers, I have the complete 1 through 6 of the original covers. And for the variants, I'm missing number 2 out of the 6. I love variant covers. I don't hate original covers, but I'll every time a comic book comes out, whether it's DC or Marvel, I always love the variant covers, because the variant covers also give you the full art, and they make the name tiny like this. Because here's Black Manta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, and then of course the alternate covers. Look at that, amazing alternate cover. Out of all the alternate covers, I could say this one, Black Manta number 3, is my favorite, and then my second favorite would probably be the last one from number 6. So I put it like that because I'm missing one, but it still looks pretty good like that, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So the story for Black Manta doesn't completely end here. This is just only the beginning, because as you can see on these last few, it says Prelude to Aquaman. So they're making an Aquaman series comic, which is going to include Black Manta, Aquaman, of course, and the new Aqualad, which I will also get into in another video, because he also has his own comic book that I've been collecting as well. It's called Aquaman Becoming, and it's about the new Aqualad and how he's going through the struggle of becoming the new Aquaman. So this is his story from the beginning. But when the Aquaman comic book comes out, then I will be getting into that. So this is the collection as far as it goes, and I'm sad. It's sad to say that I'm missing one variant cover. I feel bad that I'm missing one variant cover, because I literally take the time. You know me, if you're a comic book collector and everything, you know that you actually take the time to, look up the dates of when comic books come out. And I have the DC app on my phone, so I literally look up the dates of when each comic book is released, because this one came out today. So Black Manta number 6 came out today, and now I have everyone pretty much except for the second one. Sad to say, but don't you guys worry, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find it down the line somewhere. I'm probably gonna have to either order it or go to a couple of other comic book shops, because I only go to one in my city, and there's a few more. It's Graham Cracker Comics, and there's another Graham Cracker Comics, but they're all in the suburbs, and I'm pretty sure I have to check it out. I'm gonna go check those out, and hopefully I will find it, and then I'll complete my entire set. Because usually I keep the original covers for, like, reading purpose, and these are just like, to me, variant covers are the collector's editions of comic books. But yeah, this is a nice set. It took a while, months of waiting for comic books. You gotta wait patiently for issues to get released constantly over and over time. And like I said, this is one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite villains from DC. Like, a few while back when Aquaman the movie first came out, I was wondering if Black Manta actually had a full series comic. He does, but that series is really old, and it's gonna probably take a longer time to find. And then after that, my dream came true, and they made a new series for him. DC made a new series for him last year in 2021, and this series as a whole is amazing. And I wish that I love that DC recognizes its villains as well as its heroes, because a lot of comic book, I feel like Marvel and DC don't do that enough, honestly. And for Black Manta especially, because since it's Black History Month, it's February, guys, it's Black History Month, I thought this would be another dope epic video to release for Black Manta. So here's to Black History Month and Black Manta actually being an actual black villain, you know. But the crazy thing is about this series as a whole is that he is a villain, but at the same time he's more like an anti-hero as well, because in the last issue of the comic in Black Manta, he's fighting another villain called Devil Ray. But it seems Devil Ray wants to destroy Atlantis, but Black Manta can't profit off the 7 seas, if Atlantis is gone, right? So he has to take out he has a villain of his own to take out, Devil Ray. And like I said, Black Manta is a pirate, and he's all about harvesting goods to make his money. So this is like I said, this is one of my favorite series, and I love that DC actually took the time to acknowledge more of their villains out here, because like I said, villains don't get recognized enough, especially when they're a black villain like that. And we don't have a lot of black villains either. We have a vast amount of black superheroes, but at the same time we don't have a lot of black villains as well either. And it's pro-ups to Black History Month. Yes, Black Manta may be sort of evil, but at the same time he does have his legit valid reasons for why he does the things that he do. Especially considering that he grew up in a really messed up childhood. He had his dad, but then he didn't have his mom, and he went through. He did, like I said, in certain stories of Black Manta, they've changed it so many times where he didn't have his dad at one point, and then he did, or he didn't have his mom, or vice versa. So this is one of my favorite stories of all time, and the way that they portrayed him in Aquaman, the movie, was also the way I loved it. Even with the way Young Justice portrayed it as well was also really good. But that's the collection. We're gonna pan back to me real quick, give me my last opening remarks, and I'll let you guys know what's coming up next for the channel. All right, guys, we're back. So yeah, that's my Black Manta collection. Like I said, since it's Black History Month, I tried to keep it within its ranks. Me being African American now, Black Manta is also African American villain / hero in a way. I guess, like I said, anti-hero, and he's one of my favorites. So it's been a real treat to collect every issue that's been out previously, and since this is the end of his it says one of 6, so this is the end for it. Like I said, I'm only missing one, and that's one variant cover, and that's going to probably take me a long journey it may not take me a long journey to find it, but I will, trust me, I'll find it. And when I do, I'll post that bad boy on my Instagram so you guys can check it out. I'll link my Instagram and my Facebook. Check my Facebook in the description below. I'll also link my comic book shop here in Chicago, so you guys, if you ever guys are in Chicago, you can check them out. As far as what's next on the channel, I have a couple more videos. I have a bunch of comic book videos to actually make coming up. Since this is Black History Month, I chose to pick another black superhero, but another black comic book. I'll close another black comic book based off somebody that's African American. And the new Aquaman comic book, the one I'm going to do probably next after this, he's also African American. Like I said, he's the new Aqualad, and he's transcending to being the new Aquaman. That's why at the end of the comic books, on the Black Manta comic book, it says, prelude to Aquaman, which is another series they're making out. It's coming out, I think, in either March or April. And believe your boy's gonna be collecting that, so you guys can enjoy all that epic nerdness. Just so you boys because the epic nerdness is here. And next, after the I'm gonna do like Aquaman Becoming the name of the comic book. Aquaman Becoming the name of the comic book that I'm gonna be doing next. To continue this roll of Black history in there, and the fact that he's not just the new Aqualad. He's also like homosexual Aqualad at that. So DC and Marvel are trying a thing where, especially DC, they're trying to incorporate more into, not just straight characters and lesbian characters. They're also doing homosexual characters as well. So they're trying to transcend and that, because comic books are truly for everybody, guys. There is no restriction. That's why I said being a nerd, liking comic books, anime, all that is truly for everybody. There is no restrictions. And trust me, I do not restrict against that. Comic books and the joy of anime, all that is truly for everybody, and that's what DC is trying to interpret with their new Aqualad / Aquaman series that they're working on right now. And like I said, this is not like a sponsored video or anything like that, but I do love comic books here. So I hope you guys like this video. Hit that bell notification. Once again, give it a thumbs up. Comment your favorite, comment your favorite villain, or comment your favorite black superhero. Since it's Black History Month, comment your favorite black villain or black superhero, and let me guys know what you want to see next. And I'll see you guys later in the next video when I talk about all things freaking comics. Epic. Enjoy all the epic nerdness, because there's always more to come. So like I said, I'll see you guys later in another video when I talk about all things comics. Peace.